I wanted to start this video off by saying however many likes this video gets is how much money I'll spend on Supreme, and I did that with the Farfetch video and you guys absolutely demolished it. Like, it got like over 4,000 likes. So not only did you guys destroy the like button, you guys also destroyed my pockets. I don't even know if I can do that because I don't know what to get this week unless I get nothing but Ziploc bags. And really, they should have announced some Glad bags this week so that way we could take out the trash. It is another brick week, and I'm quite sad to say that. I've been advocating, I've been out there spreading the word. This has been one of the best seasons we've seen since like 2014, 2015, and I still think that, however, the last 4 weeks have been garbanzo beans. I feel like the scale is on my shirt, like, love never dies, Supreme, I would like to love you forever. Obviously, this man right here, the flesh is literally falling off his bones, and he is still boning his wife. He's still fucking her. He's still giving her that good and it's like, Supreme, I wanna fuck your website up every week because you guys see me manual copying shit every single week, just taking W's. All season, I've been killing it. And I'm telling you, if you guys wanna keep seeing me kill it, of course, pray for your boy. 1 like equals 1 prayer, of course, as always. Oh, also, by the way, although there are not things to run slots for this week, the premium Discord, I would recommend joining today. I would hurry up if you guys want a chance to join all the raffles for the Yeezy Beriums that are coming out. You can use my code STARK, S-T-A-R-R. A lot of the raffles for the Yeezy Beriums are ending today. And then on top of that, if you guys wanna increase your chances of copying all the shoes that are coming out in July, I would definitely recommend checking that out. Like I said, top link in the description to the premium Discord. But yeah, man, I feel like the skeleton. I want to love you, Supreme. I don't want our love to ever end, but you're making it really hard. Yeah, overall this week sucks. It's really hard to be like this guy with Supreme, but it is what it is. Let's get to this week and discuss what we have coming. So this week is headlined by really 2 things: the Leigh Bowery collaboration, and there are some okay pieces. There is one piece that I really like for my personal, and of course, it would not be a Jacob Star video if the piece that I did not like for my personal was not one of the most downvoted items on Supreme community. I don't know why the things I love seem to be hated by many, but you like what you like. Fuck what anyone else got to say about it. But I do think this graphic on the hoodie and long sleeve, I think the long sleeve is a button down. But anyways, this graphic is actually an airbrush style graphic from Jim Cruson. Some of his artwork is actually crazy as well. I like a lot of airbrush work, so I think, of course, this hoodie and long sleeve for me personally is kind of sick. I'm probably not gonna get the button down. However, I may end up getting the hoodie. I'm not a big fan of getting stuff that is white. I know my boy Sin Supreme hit me up this morning, or I believe yesterday, maybe it was yesterday, and he said that that button down or long sleeve is fucking dope and that he needs that. So he might be copping that. I'm not quite sure. I know personally that's really the only piece from this collection that I necessarily care about. I do think it's dope, and I do appreciate the collection overall. For those of you guys that don't know, the money or the proceeds from this collection are going to be going to the Visual AIDS Fund, and the reason for that is because if you are not aware, Leigh Bowery actually died due to AIDS-related complications. Now, his Wikipedia page says that he died in the beginning hours of New Year's Day in 1995. However, his date of death is actually listed as December 31st, 1994, the same year that Supreme was conceived or birthed. And it's only right that I use that term birth to describe them coming into the world, because one of Leigh Bowery's most famous visual arts performances was where he actually gave birth to his assistant. Now, this has been referenced many times. It's probably one of his most notable pieces of work. They even say that Rick Owens referenced this in his 2016 runway show. But if you guys know, or if you guys are familiar with Leigh Bowery, you guys probably have already heard of this, and you guys know his work is very extravagant, over the top, outlandish. He's a very eccentric, flamboyant individual, very out there, but it's kind of surprising to see how many people, or the impact I guess he's had on the fashion community as a whole. JPG, Alexander McQueen, freaking Yohji Yamamoto, CDG, like all these brands kind of pulled inspiration from his work. He wanted to be a fashion designer, he wanted to be in the fashion world, but he didn't fit the mold of a fashion designer. And even if you don't appreciate his style or his work, I think you can still appreciate his kind of like fuck the system mentality, which is why it's so perfect that he's collaborating with Supreme. Although Supreme does not carry that same energy sometimes, they have in the past, and that's kind of like a part of Supreme, or I guess a reason as to why Supreme is the brand they are today. Although I feel like Supreme has become extremely watered down throughout the years, and they still make dope shit, Supreme to me will still be the brand that made fuck Nike tees and then years later collaborated with Nike, or got a cease and desist from Louis Vuitton and then collaborated with Louis Vuitton. But anyways, moving on to some of the other pieces, we do have another hoodie and t-shirt dropping. The hoodie, I believe this graphic or this photograph was taken by, I'm not a big fan of this picture in general. It does have a beautiful C word displayed on it. That being said, it is kind of mandatory that they would have used a Fergus Greer photo, because Fergus Greer and Leigh Bowery were actually friends, and he's done a lot of work with Leigh Bowery. That being said, I will be passing on this hoodie. Also, the t-shirt, the photo was taken by Michael Kostiff. I do actually kind of like this piece, although it looks creepy and it definitely looks like a clown that I would have thought would kill me in my younger years. Actually, no, I was never really scared of clowns. Even when I was a kid, I really liked Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That was one of my favorite movies. As you can see, this man is definitely very... This is the type of shit that he would wear, and he would wear this like going out. He would wear even crazier stuff where he would have like sequins all over, and my man looked like he was just bust down, diamonds dancing all over his skin. Essentially, his body was a canvas that he would use to create art as opposed to a standard canvas or surface. I might actually cop this t-shirt, maybe the Airbrush hoodie. Like I was saying, it's one of these collaborations that Supreme does that it's like, yo, I appreciate it, I fuck with it, but I like don't fuck with it too. Speaking of my man Leigh Bowery being bust down, my man's got a picture of him with like 47 glasses on. You already know my man was shooting laser beams out of each of those pairs of glasses, and you know us blind boys, us bifocal boys, we relate to each other, so I gotta appreciate my man's. And also, speaking of bust down, Tatiana, oh damn, I'm finna fuck him. Just like his outfit was bust down, Supreme is dropping these bust down glasses, which I'm actually not a fan of. I don't know why Supreme is releasing these shades with these big ass cubic zirconiums. I can't even spell that. The bands are kind of like JPG reference with the two poles.
Spoke to you, honey, bitch, you know I told him pole.
I really only see these being worn by girls. These are like some glasses that I would see in like, you know, the middle of the mall.
You been seeing the ice, now you getting up close and personal. The ice. This ain't no middle of the mile shit.
Like at Claire's or something like that. I'm not talking about your Aunt Claire. I'm not talking about the psychic Claire. I'm talking about Claire's, where people go to get their ears pierced and sometimes leave with big ass green dye all over their earlobes. Sierra, don't hate me, I love you. But anyways, the only guys I could really see wearing these are maybe like huge Migos fans that feel like maybe the Migos could actually pull these off. And they're not gonna be super cheap either. They're still gonna be a little bit expensive, and that's kind of my complaint. Now these Roids glasses, they're okay. However, I feel like I already have these except from FTP. The FTP glasses that dropped a while back look kind of like these, but instead of a gold Supreme logo, it has gold FTP, and I think those are harder, so there's no point in me getting the Royce glasses. And then of course they're also dropping this stretch glasses, which I kind of like in the clear colorway, but all the other colors, especially from the front, just look like basic ass Oakleys to me. However, getting into some pieces that I actually really like, Ziploc bags. And this is why I kind of feel like Supreme is dead this week, because my favorite piece is from SC Johnson & Company. It's from a fucking company that makes baby diapers. I don't know, man. And the only reason I like these is because I know that they'll kind of resell. I mean, I might be able to take some cool pictures in them. That is the best thing dropping this week, our fucking Supreme SC Johnson Ziploc bags. This is ridiculous. Okay, I had to come back with the spectacles on because I'm just so disappointed. All these glasses are just disgusting. They're like all like 158, 178, and 198. Those Miller glasses with the cubic zirconiums are $200. For the price of all three of those glasses, you could get a PS5. And honestly, I would rather have a PS5 than anything from this drop. I'd rather have a PS5 than everything in this drop list. That being said, although I do not know if the glasses will resell, there are some glasses that go for over their retail price. It's really not worth it in my opinion, because even if they do resell, even the one with the box logo, the Royce sunglasses, the number of sales on StockX are extremely low. They're usually like 30 sales. So that pair might do all right, but it still is somewhat of a risk. For the collaboration, the pieces that I would recommend is maybe the t-shirt. Everything else is a risk. The Ziploc bags, I definitely think you should go for, especially if you resell. Those are items where you can make a little bit of money. There's money to be made every week, even if the week is absolute trash. That being said, this raffia tote, I saw people on the Discord asking if that would resell. This piece, I'm not quite sure. The retail is a $98. It's got the big fat branding on it. I mean, with a piece like this, I don't know. It's not really that usable. They might make a lot of them. You have the flags boonie. My man Boone, he better cop this piece. It's got flags dripped up all over the brim. However, I would prefer no flags on the brim, no brim for real. But because it's a boonie hat, this may actually do pretty well. The spell out is also a Marlboro spell out, which I think is kind of dope, or at least it's very similar. It looks almost like the exact same font as the Marlboro spell out, so hopefully they use that spell out more in the future. That being said, I do think this is a cool piece. I'm not a big fan of the flag patches. It's decent, and this might have resale. It seems like the boonies, the crushers, all those hats have been doing pretty well this season. Me personally, I don't know if I'm gonna go for it. I may go for the camo one. That Bukkake one's looking pretty beautiful as well. That Bukkake colorway, you already know how we come in. You have the skeleton keychain. Now, I was talking to Boone about this. I don't know how this piece will do. He was pretty confident in it when we were talking on the phone, and I do think that this is a cool piece. $24 to me is kind of a dick smoking price for a keychain. That being said, it does have my man's on the keychain. Like, it's got bro just draped up in the acrylic coffin happen on the keychain. So that's kind of cool as well. I may end up going for this for a double cart. I don't know about single carting. If you look at a lot of these pieces, like the Supreme Leveler, it went for right around 40-50 bucks. And it doesn't seem like a lot of these move. However, that being said, it is one of those items where you could probably buy it and still get your money back. A really good double cart would be like this in the Ziplocs. However, that being said, of course, because both those items are so cheap, there's no free shipping, and I just feel weird paying Supreme for shipping at this point. You have the nylon water shorts with that filigree. However, once again, although water shorts often do fairly well, I do not really care for these personally. I don't know, these types of water shorts I normally stay away from. It's too much of a risk for me personally to deal with. You got the terry shorts and the short sleeve zip up with the little collar, the bands. You also got the banding going down the shorts as well. This is the perfect fit for the Chirac Savage in the summertime. I know it gets mad humid in Chicago, so if you are a Chirac Savage, if you are up in Chicago with the glizzy, if you are Gloose with the glizzy, ASAP Gizzy with the glizzy, or any of those individuals that have the GL, have some sort of GL in the name, Glock, glizzy, whatever, this is the outfit for you. This is the perfect outfit to wear. You can be flexed up. Although the materials they use with that terry material, it may be a little bit hot. It might trap the heat inside, but it's still a short sleeve. It's still some shorts, so your calves, the back of your kneecaps, your ankles will get a nice breeze from the summertime winds. You're gonna let all the haters know you're still rocking Supreme. This is definitely a key Chirac Savage fit. I personally have some friends that I know would love this outfit. Overall, I do think this is dope. I wish they would do this banding on some other things. I apologize for Vin Diesel riding his moped down the street. But anyways, I personally think it'd be dope if they would have just done normal short sleeve t-shirts with this banding around the collar. They have done that before. I think it's been a while since they've done that. They did long sleeves, and then the last time they did short sleeves, I think was 2014. For resale though, I'm not quite sure how they will do. They have the dazzle mesh top, which is a piece I believe was supposed to be released last week and then got changed and removed. Once again, I told you guys I'm not a fan of this. It's like a mesh jersey that says Supreme. It's got the collegiate font, so this is gonna be a pass for me. I think these are like $78. You have the sprayed plaid short sleeve top. This piece is actually dope in white and black. I love both of these. I do not know if I'm gonna cop them. I think the retail on this that is listed, I can just check since someone wanted to tweet me real quick. $88, that's fucking absurd. Although I like this piece, I do not think I'll be able to cop for $88. That is fucking ridiculous. Once again, Supreme is smoking fat cock with these prices. You have the reflective patch 6 panel, which got the reflective S on the crown of the hat. That being said, I hate this piece with a burning passion, but I mean, it's really hard for Supreme to impress me with their hats. Then you have this nameplate hat, and this is the most disgusting hat I've seen Supreme drop. It looks like it came out in the 1930s. I feel like this was actually released side by side with the first model Ford. This would be a great replacement for the Monopoly Man's top hat. My man could definitely wear this Supreme nameplate hat with a fucking like monocle. Is that what it's called? A monocle? The thing that's like just a fucking concave lens that they like put in their eye. Anyways, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just just draped up. This is a more casual summertime fit for the Monopoly Man to hide his chrome dome. But yeah, these hats are disgusting and not something I would recommend going for. To be honest, the only things I would really recommend confidently would be like the keychain, the Ziploc bags. It's just a really dead week. I mean, I'll probably go for the t-shirt. Those t-shirts will brick for a while, maybe even for a long time, but who knows? Some of these t-shirts do be going up. The tote, I'm not quite sure about. That's another risky item. There's a lot of items that I feel that you can get and potentially see resale on, but there's just some risk involved. That being said, if you do want to run slots for anything this week or any of the Supreme weeks, I'm telling you guys, there are some collabs that are going to be coming up. I promise you, I have faith that Supreme is going to surprise us with some amazing collaborations. I know Supreme never lets me down. Actually, they let me down all the time. Why am I saying that? But make sure you check out the premium Discord, the top link in the description down below. Of course, show some love by liking the video, commenting. Please show some love in the comments. Like, trust me, when you take a quick second just to leave a little comment, and then if you take another second to leave another comment, another one, and another one, and you keep commenting, it really does help me out. So thank you guys to everyone that does just that. Of course, subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can comment right when the video goes live. I appreciate all of you from the top and bottom of my heart. Good luck this week. You're probably not gonna need it, so why am I saying that? You guys know, personally, I'll be getting everything. Your boy's gonna be cooking. So I may end up doing a live cop. We shall see how this video does and how I mean, if it gets 1,500 likes, hands down, like I said, I will do a live cop no matter what. If it gets 1,000 likes, I might have to think about it because I really don't know if I want to do a live cop tomorrow. But anyways, like I said, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it from the top and bottom of my heart. And as always, keep living the starlight. Peace the fuck out! That was kind of weird. I had to like, I feel like I just like Kamehameha'd the lens. Anyways, okay, peace.
Bang, bitch, holler when you feel this. Fresh up out the county, tell them hoes to get up on me. I was in that motherfucker with some killers.